Edgeworth gave up his prosecutor's badge, bro. Insane. Kind of wild. Also kind of expected. They are really sending. There we go. They are really sending. He ain't a prosecutor anymore, you know. And I mean, I don't know. I think he should remain a prosecutor. I'm remain adamant about that. You need good people on both sides of it for, you know, the truth. And the original trilogy with being Phoenix Wright and having the foil of Miles Edgeworth being kind of a rival character, and like he didn't start out as good, but he eventually became a good person. That is why I think he should remain up. And being he's the other side of the coin. And you need both sides of the coin to be, you know. Then we got the Fender pep talk, and well, oh yo, what up, Auntie? I'm just about to start making sure everything's good. Hell yeah. Yep. We had the Fender pep talk at the end of last stream. And I'm no longer a prosecutor, but we gotta save Kay anyway. The sun sure set quickly. Oh, not even a murder on the premises can make this place close its doors. Gotta chase that last dollar, huh? Reasonable. There's hardly anybody around, though. Guess we've got the whole place to ourselves. The first step towards proving Kay's innocence is to figure out how she lost her memory. That is the big thing. Earth to Miles, we've got sleuthing to do, huh? This rooftop paradise is all ours. So let's focus up and do what we're good at for Kay, alright? Damn, I should have made stream title a date with Fender. I just thought about whatever. And do what we're good at, I suppose I should be grateful there's at least something we can do. Begin investigation. Alright. We're actually gonna wander around. The cherry tree. The city top. Damn. Very pretty. Oh, whoa. We are blocked off already, huh? Okay. Just another building? I guess there's no access, unless the other side. Yeah, there's no access. Okay. And then the grandma, what was her name? Needler and Hertz. Hertz is so funny. All right. Anything obvious right now? Binoculars. Okay. Live TV, and then, I don't see anything like torn or anything. Just symbolize them falling yet, but. The beak and wings of a bird and the body of a lion. I guess these statues are meant to guard the peace of this little rooftop haven. I have to say they're incredibly detailed, almost frighteningly so. Instead of feeling welcomed, I wonder how many people have been scared off by these instead. Ooh. It's a pretty, sizable cherry tree. Its flowers are just on the cusp of a full bloom. According to what Kay told us, she was standing beneath this tree until she was pushed and fell. I do see the hatch, conveniently. And so the person in the raincoat that Kay saw supposedly approached her from the direction of the concession stand. Which would suggest that she was pushed over this railing here. Yep. The railing is chest high. You'd have to try really hard to go tumbling over the edge of it. Everything looks sturdy enough, too. Yeah, it sure does, I guess. So, how did Kay lose her memory? She kind of fell, you know. You think there was something she wanted to forget? Maybe some particular choice of words from Miles the Insult comic? Of course not. I wouldn't dream of saying anything so terrible she'd want to forget. Detective Gumshoe, on the other hand, could do with a few more choice words on occasion. Oh, poor guy. I don't envy him one bit. Alright. No information from Fender. Kind of as usual, I guess, but... with this, there it is. Wait... the Pegasus from the last case 3? The Amana... Wait, was it a monogroup? Not the monogroup, the butler of the monogroup that was one of the, he was the fall guy, I guess, so one of the inside guys. And the maid. Okay. Isn't that a horn on its forehead? So, it's a unicorn. No, that can't be right either. Those are like fairy-esque wings too, actually, now that I look. Unicorns don't have wings. What's this? There's a little plaque at the bottom showing the name of the piece. Contradictions. That'll teach me to bother engaging with such things. Alright. God damn it, game. Oh, my thing was blocking. Parting clouds, con candy. Ooh, okay. Insert a coin to take a good look at the distant landscape for a few minutes. Kay absolutely would have been all over this. The Kay I know, anyway. But for now, I'd better focus my powers of observation on this rooster. I think you need to look out and see the red shadow, possibly. It looks like a TV for showing announcements from the various companies in the big building. But at the moment, it's just showing a regular broadcast channel. Maybe use the TV? What am I standing here for? The Steel Samurai? Is it hot today? There's the Steel Samurai reference we've been looking for. Oh, Madam Hertz. Mr. Edgeworthy, we meet again. What are you two doing up here? Well, seeing as we came all this way, we thought we might as well enjoy some cotton candy. What the heck are you doing here? Looking to get yourself in some more hot water. You needn't worry about me, Dr. Hertz. I'll be just fine. Whatever you say, Mr. Soon-to-be ex-prosecutor turned ex-prosecutor. Saw that coming a mile off. Wait, what? You got fired? As I said, you needn't concern yourself with my affairs. If you say so. So, how's Kay doing? Uh-oh. Did something happen? It sure did. Maybe I can help. How about an injection? No injections, thank you. Unfortunately, a jab at a day does not keep the world's troubles at bay. Oh. I thought that was going to be a jab a day does keep... Oh, actually, that didn't make sense either. Does keep the great thief away? Yeah, it does get kind of chilly, huh? Come on, let's head home. Alright, then, Mr. Edgeworth, catch you again soon. And off they go. Hey, you. Yeah, you. How about some delicious Parting Clouds cotton candy to brighten your day? Parting Clouds? Is it named for the fact that we're so close to the clouds up here? Our gimmick is... we take a normal serving cotton candy and we split it in half. Part it, if you will. Half the candy, same price. Double the profit. And we're laughing all the way to the bank. I don't think your customers will be laughing if you keep sharing that information quite so freely. Huh? Huh. Okay. Kay? She was hiding in the tree? Or the bushes? Probably the tree. Hi. Kay. Um, don't mind me. I was just lying in wait. That would make you a criminal, Kay. Perhaps you meant to say laying low. Oh, yes, that. Is she getting her instincts back? Nevertheless, I doubt people will look kindly on a suspect haunting the site of her supposed crime. Surely you understand that, even in your current state. On top of which, while you've been playing hide-and-go-seek, I have been worried, sick, and frantically trying to find you. Are you mad at me? Of course I am. Now, what were you thinking coming back here? Ah, you're also worried, Edgeworth. Did you think your amnesia would excuse your recklessness? No. I came to try and help you get your badge back. What? I thought if I could get my memory back, I might be able to help. To remember killing that poor woman. Thought if I came back to where I lost my memory, maybe I could. Oh. There's one thing you haven't lost. God damn it. This song's too good. Your ability to surpass my expectations at every turn. I couldn't be more certain now that you're the K I know so very well. However, I don't appreciate you being so reckless. Do you hear me? I'm sorry. Oh, seriously, Miles. You're killing me here. You were banking good guy points, and then you went and blew it by blowing your top. Good to see you, kiddo. Glad you see you're safe. Come on, bring it in. Okay. That's the spirit. Don't deny Fender his hug. What's wrong with you? Yeesh. I was just trying to lighten the mood. Not Fender's hug. God damn it. Live news from the big building, where a shocking murder took place earlier today. Police continue their hunt for a young woman known to have been present at the scene. She's considered the prime suspect, and police say no effort is being spared in trying to track her down. Can't believe they denied Fender a hug, bro. Ooh, mama. They're not messing around, huh? Oh, well, team, what's the plan? Looks like the clock's ticking down, and fast. Indeed, it's only a matter of time before they find us. Alright, first things first. Okay, you're sticking with us from now on, capiche? But I've caused you so much trouble already. Oh, you can hardly make things any worse for me at this point. Mr. Edgeworth. Then it's settled. We're in this together like the Three Musketeers. Miles here will be in charge of proving Kay's innocent. And I will, believe me. Whoa, so I'm gonna need you to do everything you can to help him with his investigating, okay, Kay? Yes, of course. Great. Now you've got to move quick. Can't be getting bagged by the boys in blue before we even start. You two may not have any more to lose, but your Uncle Fetty sure does. Eddie does. Gregory would never forgive me if I got the family office shut down. Ah. Thank you, Fender. I'm sure I owe you more than I'll ever really know. Ah. I am questioning why the lights on the floor down, not the 50th floor, are on. What's on this floor? 49th floor. Oh, is this the clock face, actually? Maybe. Oh, wait. I think so. That's gotta be this, probably. Alright. Oh, can't believe this thing's made the news already. How did they do it, huh? Hey, I think they're filming us from the chopper right there, right now. Oh, go check the TV for me, Miles Areno. I need you to make sure they're catching my good side. Now, at a time like this. Can we logic anything yet? Okay, yeah, definitely could logic that. I hope I've been of help to you so far. Uh-huh. See, I would present my badge, but I lost it. What you remember. I came back here because I thought it might jog my memory. How about we go over what you remember one more time? Okay, I was standing under the tree, sheltered from the rain, and then I saw a person in a raincoat. And then they pushed me. I don't like that it's a red raincoat because of the first case, but and that we've left unanswered questions about Shelly. I think there might be a few assassins in play. I know Gusto had a mark on his hand, and there was somebody else in this case too, I think. Who had a mark in their hand? Was it him? Nah, I don't think so. I don't remember. I don't remember who the third person was. Oh, wait. Somebody had their, like, I think it was a victim. They had their hand burned out or whatever, right? Yeah, this. Suspicious, but oh well. Can you remember anything specific about the person in the raincoat? I'm sorry. I just can't recall anything. Oh, but there is one thing. I could see the moon over the shoulder as they came closer and closer. The moon, Oh. Wait. Okay, that doesn't line up at all. Yes, it's all very fuzzy, but I was in the exact same place it is right now. Floating up there, above the cherry blossoms. So the moon was visible over the mysterious figure's shoulder. Uh-huh. That's new information. I should keep it in mind. It sure is. Maybe it's a helicopter, but I don't, that's too much of a stretch right now. I keep feeling like there's something just on the edge of my memory. Oh, there is. It could be a clue we need. Alright, let's just let it float to the top of your mind and say whatever comes into your thoughts. Alright. I'm seeing... It's very faint, but... I'm seeing a small restaurant. Just a counter and some seats. And there's this incredible smell. A beautiful golden soup. Not too thick, and it tastes just right. It's filled with delicious noodles. They're firm, but not too firm. And then when a thought crossed my mind, I'm going to order another bowl. A captivating memory, but sadly one that has nothing to do with the case. For now. Hey Farde, you used to say you were the second great thief, Yatagarasu. Ooh. That's the first time we've mentioned she was Yatagarasu specifically, so a noble outlaw dedicated to stealing the truth. Do you really not remember any of that? Oh! I think you're right. I was a noble. Not a noble, okay? A noble outlaw. Still, I suppose you got halfway there. Huh. Okay. I think you could do both of them. think I might do the moon and where Case was standing, because that's like the biggest contradiction here. For sure. Alright, well. That doesn't add up. Is it railing and where Case standing? Fine. No, fuck. Okay. That means it has to be this one then. Well. If I can't get it right the first time, I can get it through trial and error. Thinking back over what Kay has said, the person in the raincoat approached her from the direction of the concession stand. Uh-huh. Which implies that she was pushed over the railing on the side opposite the stand. Ah, you know, that is kind of true. So, from, like, here? Is it the opposite side? She also said that she could see the moon over the person's shoulder. But when we checked just now, the moon was in a different location than expected. Yet Kay claims it's currently in the same position in the sky as on the night of the incident. This throws the positions of the moon and the person in the raincoat out of alignment with her story. It sure does. I think her memories may have become confused somehow. What's more, if she really had been pushed over the railing, she would have never survived the fall. Therefore, I must conclude that she may not have fallen where she thought she did. Ooh. Conveniently fell. Oh. Conveniently fell in a, just to a lower floor. That may or may not be the committee floor. We need more information, which I think we can deduce. Bam. You may have fallen, Kay, but it couldn't have been over the railing. Because if you had, you wouldn't be alive now to tell the tale. Kinda true, but I definitely remember standing under that tree. If I was pushed, the only way I could have fallen is over that railing, isn't it? Whoa, not unless the ground opened up and swallowed you whole. The ground can just open up like that. How? Whoa, my bad, my bad. Not a joking matter, sorry, kiddo. But it may also be closer to the truth than you think, Fender. Let's take another look at the ground in that area. There's a chance we might have missed something. Not missed, just glossed over it. Kay couldn't have fallen over over the railing, so where did she fall? There must be a clue around here somewhere. Oh, cherry tree. How are you? The ground here is covered with cherry blossoms. Even though the tree is not in full bloom yet, the strong wind appears blowing the petals right off. It would have been nice if they'd thought to tidy up just a little bit, though. We like falling cherry petals, but it's clearly the hatch. Oh, what's this? Hey, it looks like a service hatch. Hey, do you think he might have fallen down here instead? It's looking likely. Nah, you'd never be as clumsy as that. I'm sorry, I just can't say one way or the other. Oh, my bad, kiddo. Just another one of my silly musings. You don't have to go take me so seriously, you know? I don't. Never. Well, maybe not never, if I told you to leap lyrically into my arms. Stop denying the man his hug! Chill, Azrren. What's your sense of whimsy? So never then. Ouch! Talk about a deep cut. We logic that? Down the hatch. Okay. That means I'm missing something. I'm missing something. there. Ah. 17-year-old sought in connection with lawyer slaying. Live from Mercurial News. As you can see, they're still hard at work to find the 50th floor. Up on the 50th floor. Ah. That's where the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence holds their disciplinary hearings, correct? That's right. There have been people walking by the windows all evening. This is one serious investigation. Ah, well, this doesn't make our chances of getting out of here with Kay any rosier. Ah, we'll have to find a way to slip past the press. Whoa, I'm cool and mysterious customer, Mazarino, but I'm no spy. Maybe we can use him as a decoy if things get desperate. Okay, whatever you're thinking, quit it. I can tell it doesn't end well for me. Ah. Inspecting a good old building. It looks like this is being broadcast live, which means we're looking at the big building in real time. Does this mean we're on TV too? I don't think so. The camera's far away enough, and it's just dark enough that I think we'll be safe for now. At least we'd better be. If Kay is spotted, things will go from bad to worse before we know it. Ah, well. Where's that? As you can see, they're still hard at work on the 50th floor. That's where the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence holds their disciplinary hearings. Yep. And that's right, yep. The porter is right. You can see people moving around. Wait. Something's very wrong with this picture. And I can use a certain piece of evidence. Thank you. Deduce. Does that mean there's a secret floor or a, Eureka! Question. How many floors does this building have? Easy, 50, right? And ironic that just a few feet above, where the committee works its ugly little schemes, is a place where starry-eyed young romantics come to wish for everlasting smoochy times. But then, what's that dark space above the 50th floor? Whoa. The gloomy underbelly of love? Oh, wait a minute. Exactly. The committee chamber is supposed to be on the top floor, directly beneath the viewing platform. But it actually appears to be located one floor below that, clearly contradicting the supporting facts. Maybe whoever wrote that pamphlet made a mistake. Oh, somehow. I don't think so. Call me crazy, but... yes, there appears to be a hidden 51st floor. Ah, okay. And she fell into it, which is not good news. Wow, and that's where they keep the gloomy underbelly of love? Ah, my heart! You didn't need to take it quite so literally, Kay. Good, and then perhaps we can take this more seriously instead. Ah, come on, have you met me, Miles? That might be easier said than done. It'll still be easier than trying to enjoy your so-called jokes. Ruthless. Absolutely ruthless. Here we go. The 51st floor, where I'm sure nothing's malicious or scandalous goes on. Totally normal. How has a whole floor between the 50th and the viewing platform remained undetected all this time? Oh, you got me there. Kinda hard to hide a set of stairs going up to it, if you ask me. That's precisely it. Things like stairs are normally out in the open, going unnoticed by people. Seems a bit implausible. Which can only mean the 51st floor is no ordinary floor, and can't be reached by ordinary means. Then we'll just have to reach it through extraordinary means, right? I don't know about extraordinary means, but maybe let's go for unconventional? Indeed. Consider, if you will, the hatch we found by the cherry tree. What would you expect to find on the other side of a hatch? A room of some kind, perhaps? Ooh. Oh, a secret room. Now you're talking my language. Let's go take a look. Indeed we shall. Alright. There we go. What is this place? Look at all that stuff down there. Is it a storeroom? Whatever it is, I think we can safely say that this is where you fell. Go team! Strike one mystery off the list. Yes, but the greatest mystery of Kay's memory loss remains unsolved. We have a red raincoat figure who can walk on air to account for, among other things. Hey, can you guy bask in the success for a second? So we found a hidden storeroom. I vote we scooch on down and check it out. I thought he said smooch for a split second there, and it would be in line with Fender. We have pretty much exhausted everything up here, and it can't hurt to take a look. I think it's vitally important. The truth revealed just under the surface. Was that Hey, Emma! Dude, dang. She makes a return. Is that you, Mr. Edgeworth? This is supposed to be the one that joins the Yatagarasu, but she doesn't remember. God damn it. Emma, what are you doing here? I heard about what happened to Detective Gumshoe. I was in the area, so I thought I'd come by and see what's going on. This is Emma Skye. She's a high school student currently studying in Europe to become a forensic scientist. The younger scientist of a former superior of mine. We've also stood in court together. The detective called me up in a panic. He said your badge fell off the big building, and that Kay was in a man's suit and... Hold it right there. Didn't you just leave to go back to Europe a few days ago? You know, that is true. It has been, what, like a month? Less than a month? Yeah, it's been like a month. These whole two games has been a month, god damn it. And you're back again already. Yep, I'm here with one of my professors. But not to do any schoolwork or anything, just some interpreting. Then, shouldn't you be off doing that instead of gallivanting around a crime scene? Oh, it's fine. There's this wonderful thing called body language after all. That's not an actual language, Emma. Anyway, never mind me. This is about Kay. How is she? Where is she? Aw, shucks. Isn't that sweet, K-Meister? Your little friend is worried about you. Oh, yes. Who's this guy? Don't tell me you went and got a new assistant, Mr. Edgeworth. Hey. Very funny, young lady. It's actually the other way around, I'll have you know. Eddie Fender, attorney at law, and senior partner to Edgeworth & Co. all law offices. Edgeworth? So you are his assistant. Wait, attorney? Since when were you a defense attorney? I'm not. To say it's complicated is an understatement. Whoa, let's not sweat the details for now, yeah? First things first. But an attorney? Mr. Edgeworth, really? Ooh. It's like I'm not even here. What is this? Some kind of weird experiment? Perhaps we should head down below. I'll explain there. I agree. The police could be here any minute. And who's this? I'll explain later, Emma. Come on, time to go. How can you not recognize... Okay? Oh, alright. But you better explain yourself, Mr. Hotshot Pro, attorney. Trust me, I'll explain that, too. Okie dokie... Okery dokery doo. Down the hatch we go. To be continued. That was a short to be continued. Very interesting. Investigating the storeroom. Alright. April 5th. 7:06. Unknown. 51st floor. Whoa, it's dark as a grave down here. Can't see the nose in front of my roguish, handsome face. Watch your step, Emma. Watch your step, Emma. I hit my head on something. Make your way down slowly, Kay. I don't want you to slip. Oh, yes, Mr. Edgeworth. There's gotta be a light switch here. Somewhere. Ah, bingo. Okay. Whoa. Whoa. I don't remember. There's a lot of... There's a lot of memorabilia. Intentional or... There's like everything. The fanboy? Or a thief? Or... Didn't he sell that though? This is the one, dude. This is from the very first case, bro. And so is this. This is Miles's case. Miles's case. Probably practically important. A map. The jamming ninja mask. Went through compromise. The good old the good old saying. Iron Infant. That was from that's from the airplane, the president's attack. I can't see that yet. Bunch of videotapes. There's the blue badger mobile. Was there a coffin? I'm thinking JoJo's for some reason, but this is. So, the hidden 51st floor really is being used as a storeroom. We'll need to take a careful look over all of these items. Alright, Mr. Edgeworth. You promised me an explanation or three. I did indeed. Where to even start? Also, this got updated to... Thank you. Wow, lots been happening, huh? What a case. It's not supposed to fill you with excitement, Emma. It seems you've gotten yourself into a real pickle, Mr. Prosecutor Attorney. I'm not an attorney, or a prosecutor anymore. Well, whatever you are, I think it's time for science to lend a helping hand. Don't worry, I brought my entire kit with me. Oh well, if you're sure. Are you kidding? I live for moments like this. Here, let's make this all official. Good working with you again, Mr. Edgeworth. And you, Miss Scott. Ah. And then there were 4. Right, everyone, let's get to work. I want to know where that elevator goes. Sold. Ooh, okay. Are those my case files, too? They're auctioning off evidence. Well, looks like it goes down. Something we'll certainly want to investigate further, but we should look around up here first. Aye, Captain. Let me know if you find anything juicy. I'll keep trying to see what I can remember. I'll let you know if anything comes to mind. Thank you, Kay. Emma. Ready, willing, and able to investigate, Mr. Edgeworth? Very well. Then let's begin. Nope. I know what that is. That's our candelabrum. There's, what's her name? Calypso? Calypso, or whatever. Her perfume. The ink, too. God damn. They're really showing off everything, huh? It's a lot of money. And the blue badger. And Miss Monkey? Or Mr. Monkey? Aw. It's such a great callback, and also kind of a very good way to incorporate into a case, because I'm sure that'll be relevant, that we just stumbled upon previous evidence. It's kind of creepy, all these masks lined up here in the dark. Not a fan of horror movies, I take it? No way! That stuff's so unscientific. I think you mispronounced terrifying. Ah. Actually, that's definitely gonna be a key hit, so they're probably not gonna let me go down. Oh wow, this is some sturdy construction. Thick floor plate, sturdy supports, and at a rough estimate, I'd say it could hold 50 of you, easily, Mr. Edgeworth. Except for the fact that it's nowhere near big enough. Oh, you say that, but you pack yourselves in tight enough, and I think you might just do it. I really don't think so, in any way. We have more important things to investigate. Say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'd say you could fit 16 Edgeworths on that if you squeezed. And you know the shoulders were definitely cramped. More important thing. We can theorize about the elevator once we're done. Maybe you're right. Fine. 45, Mr. Edgeworth. 48 tops. Aw. Oh boy. This whole experience is enough to boggle the guy's mind. Mysterious storerooms. Damsels in distress. It's got the lot. You at least try to take things a little more seriously, Fender. Hey! I can try. No, but seriously, I'm as keen to help Kay out as you are. She's safe with me. You go do your thing. It's not like Kay. It's not Kay I'm worried about, it's you. Interesting. What do you have for me, Emma? Ask me anything. I'm all ears. I can't believe they suspected poor Kay. It's outrageous. I couldn't agree more. But the best thing we can do right now is to stay calm and look for clues. Except, I've been scientifically processing the situation, and I think I've come up with a better idea. Maybe we could administer some carefully targeted electric shocks directly to Kay's brain. What do you say? Might be just the thing to bring her memory back online. That sounds more than a little risky. Sounds incredibly risky, in fact. Personally, I'm still of the opinion that searching this room for clues is the better option. Aw, really? But a little risk is what science is all about. Yes, a little being the operative phrase. And on a human. Gotta be careful, Emma. Don't want to be a murderer, do you? Emma Sky. I'm back for a little while to interpret for my professor, and I'm sure still mostly based in Europe. Gotta keep studying until I'm the finest forensics investigator under the sun. I'm very glad to hear you say that. Dedication to one's chosen field is a student's greatest responsibility. It sure is. But I don't just want to get ahead academically. I've been trying hard at sports too. Especially that one event they have at school athletics meets. You know the one. There are quite a few to choose from. It's huge over there, and unlike here, it's considered a real hardcore sport for adults. That's right. I'm talking about glasses battles. Who hasn't heard of those, right? Hey! Me, never. Not even once. How quickly can you shatter somebody's glasses? Better studies. That's an achievement. Glasses battles. Alright. What is that? Giant head thing. It's the head of the great Mrs. Monkey. I remember the case well. I'm also well aware of why you remember that case well. God damn it, the callbacks. But how did they even get it up here? Mrs. Monkey, that doesn't sound right. Are you sure you didn't get the name wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Or misremembered it somehow? Don't be ridiculous. As if I'd ever make such a mistake when it involves the Steel Samurai. Huh? Oh, Piles of banknotes just left out for all to see. A little tasteless, wouldn't you say? That's supposed to be evidence. No way. These are all $100 bills. That's a fortune right there. Fake money or counterfeit money? It's the same thing I just said, sorry. Or evidence? Evidence money? How many years would it take for you to make that much money, Mr. Edgeworth? Please, Emma. I don't even want to think about it. But it's sitting right there. I mean, if a little money goes missing, surely... Oh, whoa! That's one. I remember where that desk is from. That's one heck of a desk. I wonder who it belonged to. There are 4 male figures acting as legs, holding up the tabletop in the center. It's hideously cringy. And it doesn't even have the good decency to be camp enough to loop back around. Is this from one of your old cases too, Mr. Edgeworth? No, I can't think of anyone related to any of my investigation with such ostentatiously awful tastes. At least, I don't think there was. I think this was a Francisca case. A bunch of trophies and... Oh, look! Somebody left a walkie-talkie there. Looks to me like it was put there deliberately. Rather like it's on display, to be honest. Hey, are there batteries in here too? It could be useful. Let's take it with us. Nobody will mind if we use it for a little while, will they? I can take it to the police station afterward. Someone's starting to sound like a certain great thief. I wonder. This statue. What is it? Got some no data for me? Not exactly. It's just something from a case I worked on. A piece of evidence. I believe it's called the Alfred. Was that the name of it? And there were 2 of them, a real one and a fake. Whichever one this is, it shouldn't be here of all places. An old case, I guess you have worked on a bunch of, different, Paper mache. Gotcha! Well... I mean, I'm gonna enjoy this, but, Edgeworth isn't. Caught in the act. Red dang handed. Guiltier than a tomcat covered in cream. Ah! My eyes. Stop that at once. Ain't no stopping my snapping. Not till I got every dang detail, and then some. Y'all think I'm about to let a bunch of dirty criminals go before I get the shot? Think again. We're not criminals. Yeah, sure. Pull the other one. It's got bells on. This here's camera is a weapon of justice. It ain't about to be a hornswoggled by your cheap denials. Uh-huh. Oh, it's you. Does that mean her quote-unquote assistant is back too? Oh right, Tabby Lloyd. Huh? Oh, why, you're that low-down, dirty jerk of a prosecutor, ain't you? Who are you calling a low-down, dirty jerk? Mrs. Lotta Hart. No, they had the opportunity to say, who are you calling a prosecutor there? But a photojournalist by trade. We've crossed paths on a few occasions, especially on that one particular case. I mean, there's quite a few cases. I think they're talking about, oh, that one. Yeah, Edgeworth's case. She is hard to forget and even harder to get a word in edgewise with. Quit making that face, will ya? That's the face of a no-good schemer, if I ever saw one. Seems I didn't leave the best of impressions on her either. Well, it's payback time, Mr. Schemer. You ought to be thankful all's I want from you is a couple pictures. But we're just here to investigate. Sure, yeah. If by investigate you mean pull the wool over a lot of Miles' wide eyes. Sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. I thought she might listen to me. It didn't hurt to try, I guess, but we'll probably be better off leaving her alone for now. Uh-huh. We'll talk to her in a bit. There we go. What? I want to examine the briefcase. You said this statue was a piece of evidence. From an old case of yours, right? It's pretty weird looking, I have to say. It's known as the Alfred statue. The what? The Alfred statue. But it says here... Thank you, bro. I was like, I don't remember it being called that. A leaf red statue. A leaf red. Alfred a leaf red. What are you muttering about? Oh, nothing. Let's carry on looking around, shall we? Doesn't correct him. Alright. Scientifically speaking, I'd say this looks like some kind of... What, an icebox? Yeah, the chains are probably to stop the cold air from escaping. I don't remember this from... Was it Maya? Maybe Maya's? I don't mean to contradict you, Emma, but isn't this just a box for storing clothes in? The wood is imbued with a natural repellent that keeps moths away. Oh yeah, sure. Guess you could look at it that way, too. And keeping your clothes chilled would be nice for the summer, right? Still not prepared to let go of that particular part of your hypothesis, I see. Huh. Okay, this'll be... Oh. Ah, is that the safe from... Wasn't there... I think that's from something, too. I don't remember that one. These are... Ah, never mind. I know what that's from. What's the matter, Mr. Edgeworth? If I'm not mistaken, several of the items on display here are pieces of evidence from old cases of mine. Ooh. You know, well... Good thing we're not a prosecutor anymore, because we definitely get caught. We're gonna get caught by Gavel, and we're gonna get reprimanded hard for trying to steal our evidence gathered against us. Maybe this is where the committee stores stuff it's looking into. It can't be. Evidence like this is stored at the police department. They don't keep stuff at the prosecutor's office, too. When a case is ongoing, yes. But once the last trial has finished up, it's supposed to go right back to the precinct, unless there's a very good reason for it to go elsewhere. And yeah, here it is. It all is. This is all Genfall. Yeah. Genfall related. I was gonna say the perfume's not entirely Genfall related, but close enough. And the lamp, the candelabrum. There's no point in trying to figure out the whys right now. I should take a closer look at it all. They all have labels. Labels with numbers. Labels with numbers printed on them. Exhibit numbers, maybe? You said they were all pieces of evidence, right? Yes, but judging by how the numbers are written and by the items themselves, I guess these are prices. I would assume so too. Prices? I would never have guessed that. Wait, But none of this stuff could be worth all that much money, could it? The prices are very high indeed. It's no wonder she's surprised. I must examine all of these in detail. Ah. That's the blue badger suit. Oh? Okay, we can't examine the mannequin, huh? Oh, wait, I know. All thanks to my powers of scientific deduction, of course. It's evidence from an old case of yours, right? Not this time. I've never seen it before in my life. Ah. It doesn't seem to fit with the other items in the room, either. Somebody playing dress up? A woman playing dress up? For one thing, it doesn't have a price tag. So why is it here? Oh, I can't even enter the safe? Okay. Lantern. A bottle of ink and a lantern. Both pieces of evidence are from a previous case of mine. But why? What's all this stuff that's related to you doing here? It's not as if any of it was in my possession for any length of time, the duration of the case and no longer. Perhaps this is all nothing but a coincidence. Seriously, a coincidence? I never thought I'd hear those words coming out of your mouth. We must always face up to the facts of a situation, however strange they may be. I think there's a very clear direction this is going, Edgeworth. Come on. Isn't that what scientists believe, too? Oh, ho, ho. You want to talk about what scientists believe? Settle in. This may take a while. Uh-huh. It's a small bottle, one I've seen before. Oh, that's all. Nothing else to add. Well, no. What more did you want me to say? Hold up. I've got to write this down. Mr. Edgeworth can turn even the most boring topic into something picturesque with his explanations. It's a small bottle. One I've seen before. Next time, try taking those kinds of notes in silence. Uh-huh. That's a cute little doll. Kinda looks like the Steel Samurai. It's actually the Iron Infant, son of the Steel Samurai and the Pink Princess. He was born burdened with the knowledge that he too would one day be called upon to fight for justice. I can't imagine the pressure that must have put him under, more than most people could bear. Yes, he's young, but you can sense it nonetheless, a certain tragic refinement. Edgeworth, Mr. Edgeworth, are you even listening to me? Oh, of course. I was lost in thought over the Steel Samurai's tragic tale. Aw, isn't he cute? Look at this fluffy little guy. That's the stuffed animal at Gourd Lake. Yeah. He should be in the possession of the prosecutor in charge of that case. So, how did he wind up here? What? Wasn't I in charge? But who? No, it was Night. Somebody show up? I don't remember who showed up for that. Oh, but look, he's missing his left horn. He is, but he never had it in the first place. At least, not as far as we ever saw. Defective merchandise, huh? Then we need to contact the manufacturer. I made a recall. Now that I come to think of it, why would anyone give the president a broken toy to begin with? It is worthy of questioning. Broken plushie, huh? What? So the storeroom is actually more of a stock room. It would seem so. So much. Much as it pains me to consider such a thing. What kind of person sells off evidence from serious criminal cases? And who to? Who would have even want to pay for all this stuff? Somebody, clearly. The price tags are proof of that. Oh, wow. People really will collect anything, huh? Fascinating. Okay. I thought they were gonna pull me into like a cutscene. That's odd. This is the only spot with nothing on it. But it still has one of those signs in front of it. Indeed, and look. There's an outline in the dust on top of the clock. I'd say something was probably sitting there until quite recently, wouldn't you? And you know what? I think you might be right. But, I'm drawing a blank, trying to imagine what it could be. Well, I might have an idea, a star-shaped outline. Don't we have a piece of evidence that might as well be connected? That we do, but that's for later. Alright. Are these as case files? These are all case files from various murders. What? But why would they be in here? They should be safely under lock and key in the courthouse or the prosecutor's office. Which would suggest that somebody removed them without permission. Something very suspicious is going on here. We need to find out more. The masks. That mask. That's Global Hero Onyan Kopan. And why is that so shocking? You really don't know? Everything about the show is secret. When it's on TV, who makes it? So the merchandise is super rare. Sounds to me like whoever made it may have simply gone out of business. Does each mask have... That's Captain Saipan. He's popular overseas. Everyone loves dressing up like him. Kids, adults, you name it. I find the flowers on his head to be a little excessive myself. Pretty cool. Oh, what TV show are these from? I don't know a whole lot about it, but I believe it's called The Students of Starry School. It's about an elementary school where the students are all superheroes. So, this masks are modeled on sports safety helmets or something, right? And they do look like football helmets. And maybe the number of islets tell you their student ID number? So the one on the left would be number 1, and the one on the right is number 2. I suppose that could be it, yes. And that would mean a ton of slits for the kids with the highest ID numbers. I have to admit to being a little intrigued by this show now. Damn. Alright. She is the only heroine the Steel Samurai series needs. You can say that again. I love the Pink Princess. You watch shows like that, Emma? Of course. You love them too, right? Oh well. I don't really know all that much about them, but sure. Really? Because I saw the Steel Samurai figure in your office, so I thought... I can't believe even Emma's seen it. You kind of display it proudly, Edgeworth. And you should display it proudly. Who cares what you like? Oh? Nothing about the blue badger mask, huh? It's the Steel Samurai and the Nickel Samurai. The Nickel Samurai always seems kind of pleased with himself to me. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not just about being skinny and cool, you know? There's more to it than that. I'm Team Steel all the way. You've just gone up in my estimation, Emma. Hey! There's a selection of masks arranged on the rack here. There's even a Steel Samurai. And what an impressively authentic likeness it is, too. The scientist in me is sensing something strange, though. A lack of consistency, you know? In the sense that the characters represented here feel a little haphazard somehow. I don't disagree. Mainly Steel Samurai. burying a Steel Samurai, then these are the ones we're not even going to mention. But sure. There's even an empty space here. Yeah. Just an empty hook right in the middle. Somebody using that one, perhaps? Perhaps. Alright, I know my deduction points, but what does Carlotta have to say? So, what are y'all doing snooping around a fishy old place like this, anyhow? I think it's us who should be asking you that. Me? I'm in it for the truth. For the good of society. And for little me, of course. I'm what you might call a photographer for the people. Snapping here, snapping there. Snapping every danged way. I'll just leave you to it then. We can talk once you've gone in and out of your system later. Well, we continue to ignore her, never mind. We deduce with the jamming ninja mask. Eureka! Kay was carrying a jamming ninja mask when she was found. But it looks like it might have originally come from this hook. Scientifically speaking, that doesn't seem all like a crazy hypothesis. Which would mean that Kay was really here. Oh, that was Emma. As you put it, not a crazy hypothesis, but why? Also, why is she so beat up? If she fell, I don't know. I mean, it's reasonable to beat up, but like that beat up? Did she come to steal something? Maybe. There's all kinds of stuff here. Because she's a great thief who steals the truth, I suppose. You know, this would be I mean, she wouldn't do it, hopefully, but this is, like, valid targets, I feel like. No, I think it's too early to jump to any conclusions. Alright. And finally, the deduction of the... So somebody had to be in this room for the murder. This is not a good sign for Kay. The outline in the dust matches the bottom of the candelabrum exactly. I'd say there's a very strong chance that this is where our murderer took it from. Which would mean the candelabrum was evidence from another case. It certainly seems likely. But that's not our concern right now. The key thing to note is that the murder weapon was taken from this storeroom. That it was indeed. Oh? Logic? Price tags, lots of money. Okay. It's interesting that they do these logics, but like it's only like one logic thing. I feel like they could have better utilized the mechanic, but it's okay. We've seen items of old evidence marked with price tags along with a huge pile of cash. I think it's pretty clear that somebody has been running an illicit trade in judicial goods. Shitty deals on a hidden 51st floor. This is big. It has to be, right? I think it might be, but we'll need to investigate a little further yet. We need to find out more about what's going on here. If only there were eyewitnesses we could interview. An eyewitness, huh? An eyewitness indeed. Alright, I'm gonna be momentarily right back. Get me my water filled up. Alright, sorry about that. We're back. Time to question a lot of heart. I might plop a save. Investigating the storeroom. Alright, there's a lot to investigate. I don't know. I mean, very nostalgic for sure. I don't know how much is useful yet, though. Why exactly are you here, Miss Hart? Me? I told you. I'm in it for the truth, for the good of society, and for little old me, of course. I'm a photographer for the people. For the people? If you won't tell me the real reason you're here, perhaps I can hazard a guess. Somebody was carrying out an illicit police evidence trafficking scheme here in the storeroom. Oh. So she's after a juicy story. Makes sense. Oh, what? How y'all figured that out? I guess it means I don't have to tippy-toe around it anymore now. One of my sources told me on the down, though, about an underground auction. Oh, what? So all the items here were sold to the highest bidder. Folks were slinging around money like it was going out of fashion. Had to come see for myself, of course. Get eyes on my subject, you know? Should have heard the tales my contact was telling. Taller than 2 trees, or so I thought at first. Anyhow, I wasn't about to write it up based on hearsay alone. So yesterday I snuck in, slunk behind this here statue, and settled into wait. Been here started late at night, and carried right on through to the break of dawn. She was here. She was here. She's lying? Because she somehow she fell asleep. I'm betting she fell asleep. A very lot of heart move. So, the auction and the murder happened on the same night. Coincidence? I think not. I don't have my bag! God damn it. Underground auction. Dirty dealings in a secret storeroom. Talk about a store. Was there anything else on sale apart from the items of evidence in this room? Sure. There were regular old stuff too. Shady artworks from who knows where, that kind of thing. In what way are shady artworks regular exactly? But the evidence was a big draw for sure. I reckon they were selling them faster than the crooks could smuggle them out of the cop and prosecutor shops. And I'll bet you got pictures of the whole thing, right, Miss Hart? Oh, well, you see, the main event was down below. I had to try and see what I could get from up here. Having been up here since yesterday, I assume you witnessed the entire auction from start to finish then. Oh, it was an underground affair, like I said, so folks wasn't exactly giving much away. All them customers came down one at a time from up on the roof there. Huh? They were en masse, just as... She participated in the auction then? What was she trying to buy? And why'd she not... Or why'd she fall or get hurt? Or memory... Okay. The plot is really thickening for this. Threw en masse just as soon as they got down the ladder. And that ain't all. They had a voice changer doodads on them. See? Teeny tiny ones, dinkier than a bug's behind. It's so you couldn't see the real faces and you couldn't hear the real voices. Surreptitious as all heck. You mean surreptitious? Surreptitious, right? Oh, I surely do. Sweet, sweet surreptitude. Also, not a word. Anywho, once they got their gear on, they went right on downstairs. Huh? Uh-huh. And when it came time to leave, they all done the same, but in reverse. Up they came again, one by one by one. Hmm. Interesting. Mask back on the hook, up the ladder and away. Ah. Oh, whoa, that's a serious operation. Uh-huh, okay. And how many participants were there? 11 altogether. I counted them when they came down the ladder. Ah, 11 in a host? Maybe? But 11. Participants entered the storeroom one by one from the roof. They also left one by one through the storeroom and up the roof. Aha. Your stakeout. Bum, bum, bada, bum, bum. I didn't just hide behind a stupid statue the whole time, you know. I know. You didn't. Then where were you? Well, when I first got here, You know what? That ain't important right now. So, you were hiding behind the statue from the very beginning. Anywho, I watched all you them folks come in from my spying spot there in the shadows. I see, so you were watching from behind the statue. They used their whole elevator to get down below. And once they was all down there, I snuck up and took me a peek at what was going on. You mean the elevator remains in the room beneath? Also, I just realized, maybe there is supposed to be a missing mask? Nah, they sent it back up. But there's a little peeky hole if you know where to look. I can see it. Elevator don't quite sit flush with the door, see? Or the floor, see? And if you bend down and squint just right, you can see the whole shebang. Did you catch sight of any of who was in charge? Alright, sure, I guess I did. Ain't half so good a story if you don't got a glimpse of the evil ringleader after all. I wonder who this ringleader is. I'll have to ask her some more. Ah. You mentioned a ringleader. Can you tell me any more about them? Y'all should know I came here to get me an exclusive. And an exclusive ain't much dang good if you done spilled the beans already. I see. So you don't actually know anything about them. You think that's why she's won't give us an answer? Makes sense, I guess. You got me. I couldn't see if it was a man or a woman, a kid or an old timer, nothing. What were they wearing? Could you see that at least? Sure. White jacket, white gloves, and a magenta flower on the lapel. Them three things is what I remember. Three things, huh? Max's three things? Ah, God. Hopefully not. But what good's a description of an outfit if I don't got a clue as who is wearing it? So, this ringleader disguised their identity, too. And just like everyone else, huh? Yes, sirree. Mask, voice changer, the whole 9 yards. They were wearing one of the masks. Which one? Let me see. Oh, yeah. This guy, Azrren. Azrren? That's a new mask, too. Azrren? What kind of name is that? Seriously, Mr. Edgeworth, you've never heard of Azrren? He's global hero Onyakhan's arch nemesis. Ah. Huh. Okay. Who hasn't heard of Azrren the Time Lord? Time Lord? I think you might be better off asking who has. So you didn't get a glimpse of their face at all? No, I dang well didn't. Which kind of scooches my scoop. This whole mess had been nothing but a sniper. I should have never come. Yep. Ringleader's appearance, yep. You know, somebody who was dressed like that. Maybe I should try showing that evidence to Miss Hart. Ah, the corpse. He said that the ringleader was wearing a white jacket, white gloves, and a magenta flower, correct? Sure did. Don't ask me why they were dressed up like a peacock on parade day, but they was. Is this the outfit you saw? Oh, well, holy smokes, it sure as heck is. Ah, but wait, so the big cheese is dead? All we know is that she's the victim in the case we're investigating. You could have switched clothes, true. Her name was Rosie Ringer. Do you know her? Actually, letters... I did not want to click on that. Our precious thing. Could be... It could be. I think her promise note may have been evidence, right? No, we can get both get what we want. Both what we want and revenge, okay. Nope. So the ringleader was a lady, huh? Well, ain't that just slippier than a danghy? Throwing me off with a man's jacket like that. I hardly think she did it to fool you specifically. But setting that aside for now, what's important is that we've discovered something vital to the case. Namely, that the underground auction was chaired by none other than our victim. So somebody done bumped off the boss, huh? Then that's what was happening. When what was happening? Oh, nothing at all. Y'all just go on about your business now, I... no offense, Miss Hart, but that made you sound about 5 times more suspicious. Suspicious, my foot. I told y'all it's nothing. And you won't be getting nothing more out of me than that. Wait, so there is more. How many times do I gotta tell you? It ain't nothing, okay? And I ain't saying nothing either way. Aw, you can tell us just a little more. Pretty please? I'll tell you this, okay? I'm a journalist. A news shroud. A scoop hunter, you hear? Exclusive articles go out, money comes in. That's how the game is played. Tell you more. Heck, I done told y'all too much already. Oh wait, what if I examine some fingerprints for you, pro bono? What kind of cockamamie thank you is that? I'd sooner get a tooth pulled. You want intel? You go dig it up yourself, just like I had to. Okay. Guess she isn't gonna talk to either of us. Oh, she will. I'll handle things from here, Emma. There's a certain technique I find useful when dealing with difficult customers such as her. She may not give up the information voluntarily, but that doesn't mean she can't be persuaded to. You're gonna get my chest, Lotta. Let's start by observing our opponent. Okay. I ain't telling you nothing, you hear? Now quit wasting my time before I really blow a fuse. As we've seen, she's very quick-tempered. We'll try to cut the conversation dead wherever possible. I won't have much time to think. So I'll need to be swift and decisive. Miss Hart is definitely hiding something from me. So my first move is to discover what that something is. Mind chess, commence! It's tough. I can see that you're a little agitated, Miss Hart. Let's calm down. I am calm, dang you! Least away as I will be just as soon as y'all quit yanking my dang chain. Oh. That's better. Being a new shroud is all about keeping a cool head no matter what the world throws at you, see? Speaking of near shrouds, this might interest you. I met one a few days ago. She was a very hungry young reporter indeed. A reporter with a very particular turn of phrase, similar to your own, in fact. Oh yeah, she spoke like me, huh? Guess that could have been someone I know. Her name is Tabby Lloyd, and if I had closed my eyes, I could have believed I was listening to you. She told me about somebody she called the Chief. She was talking about you, wasn't she? Oh, so you met Tabby, huh? Oh, well, ain't that something? Where did y'all bump into her? She's a great kid, reckon. Oh, wait. Oh, no, you don't. You ain't getting on my good side bringing her into this, you sneaky snake. Ooh, you nearly had me there, too. Interesting, talking about Miss Lloyd seemed to make her lower her guard a little. I think we can use that to our advantage. I need you to tell me everything you know. And don't you dare leave anything out. Go jump in a creek, you big bully. Why should I tell you anything? You don't got nothing to do with me. Nor with me with you, neither. Time to deploy my clue. I know your apprentice pretty well. I don't have anything to do with you. That's a little unkind, don't you think? After all, I know your apprentice. I know her pretty well, in fact. This is such a reach, but sure. Yeah, well... Yes, it does seem kind of cold of me to say that if you know her pretty well. I wouldn't want the poor kid thinking I'm getting a rat's behind. Good. And then you'll tell us what you know. Fine. See, it's like this. Got me a scoop. Wait, what am I thinking? Dang it, Lotta. You can't let him bamboozle you that easily. Oh, what was that about a scoop? Oh, forget it. It was nothing. You have a scoop of some kind, don't you? How embarrassing, a professional journalist making a careless slip of the tongue. You have a scoop, don't you? Now, tell me where it is, what it is. Alright. I got me a scoop, a big one. But I can't just go blabbing about it to y'all. I got bills to pay. She may be hiding something very important. I have to get it out of here somehow. Then know the details of this scoop, okay? Full help. She is quick to anger, but she also is quick to let key information slip. Now that we know that, the rest shouldn't be too hard. Let's see what else we can get out of her. This scoop of yours, does it have something to do with the auction? You know what? I clean forget. You tried to infiltrate an underground auction. It only stands to reason that you observed something. Otherwise, what would you have to write about? I don't know what to tell you. I didn't hear nothing. You hear something from Miss Lloyd. Do you realize you have nowhere to turn, don't you? Oh, quit riding me, will you? This whole thing's a waste of my precious time. Fine. That was hell. Your big scoop involved something criminal in nature. I don't think it was the other one, though, either. I didn't hear nothing. I guess it was... You didn't hear anything as specific enough, I guess. Something criminal in nature, doesn't it? Meh. Might be it did. Might be it didn't. Which is it? This is important. Alright. You don't gotta holler at me like that. I ain't done nothing shameful or nothing. Just snuck in and did some undercover reporting. Silent treatment, huh? Well, two can play that game. Perhaps a little more proactivity is called for. Yeah. That's it, I'm out of here. Curses. And it just resets me. I can't give up now. I have to keep pushing. Yep. Alright, one more time. Mind chest commence. So you did hear the sound of something, huh? What does that mean? You did hear the sound of something. God damn it, her phrasing, bro. something during your time in this room. Well, see, it wasn't nothing, really. Just a little noise is all. I wouldn't even make page 16. Forget I mentioned it. So something happened during the auction. Something that made a noise of some kind. This could be a valuable clue. Oh, I guess not. Something criminal in nature, doesn't it? A report. You sneaking in is a problem. I'll be the judge of whether your actions were shameful or not. An unlawful entry into private property is very shameful indeed. In fact, it's a crime. Over the crime. Hey, you did the exact same thing, genius. Yep. But I guess you're a prosecutor, huh? You're allowed to do stuff like that, huh? Let's not mention the fact that I handed in my badge, shall we? Still, it doesn't amount to a whole bit of beans, right? These folks out there that done way worse. Murder, for one. Next to murder, trespassing ain't hardly nothing. So your scoop is about a murder. From your mutterings about murder just now, I gather that your scoop has something to do with a homicide. Nah, I was just talking all hypothetical like. You know, about murder being the big one and all. Ain't nothing worse than murder. Not the most skillful evasion I've heard in my career. I felt that was pretty reasonable. Look, I done told you, okay? I snuck into the auction, I'll cop to that. But murder? I don't know nothing about no murder. Ain't seen nothing, ain't heard nothing. Scout's honor. Huh. But you did hear something, didn't you? You told me you heard something during the auction. Claimed it wasn't important, but it must have been, otherwise why remember it? I think it was something very memorable indeed. In fact, I believe it was the cry of a murder victim. Ah. How do you keep doing that? Alright, it's true. I wound up smack dab in the middle of a murder scene, but only by accident. And that's all you're getting out of me. Won't be no scoop left otherwise. The murder Miss Hart witnessed. It must be the same murder we debatable. We ourselves have been investigating. That should prove to be a very valuable piece of information indeed. Perhaps we should finish up by confirming the credibility of her claim. Right. I have her on the back foot now. Time to finish this. Tell me more about the incident. I need you to describe the murder in detail. It's vitally important. Wish I could help y'all, but I don't really recall a whole bunch. Ain't much I can tell you aside. I mean, look at me. Can't even get my facts straight half the time. I don't have a clue as to how to proceed with this line of questioning. Tell her something. Are you really in the middle of the scene? Is that really true? You're calling me a liar now? Ooh-wee, now I'm mad. Real mad. Oh. Bide my time when she's angry. I'm a journalist. How am I gonna sell stories if folks can't trust that I'm telling the truth? I got me a motto, you know. Faster than anybody, honester than everybody. A motto, huh? That could be an important clue. Be honest, Miss Hart. I know there's something you're still not telling me. Ain't nothing left to tell, dang it. I done spilled my guts already. I don't have a clue. Ah, okay. Tell me more about the incident. I thought you were honester than anybody. I can imagine that being so vague on the facts is a trait valued among journalists. Surely accuracy and honesty are what's necessary when reporting on a story. Ah! Well, see... It seems your so-called information is not credible after all. Look, there was a murder, and I was there. I can even prove it. Oh? You can prove it, can you? How? I've got it right. Oh, wait, you heard that? I was just talking to myself. Don't think nothing of it. There's something you're still not telling me. Be honest, mister. I know there's something you're still... Ain't nothing left to tell, dang it. I done spilled my guts already. You're definitely still hiding something. I know, you've been keeping something from me. And that something is proof. Proof related to the murder you witnessed. Proof sound enough to form the basis of a story where you're hoping to sell. Ah! Dang! Hit all the head. Give me a break, will ya? I'll come clean, okay? That's what you want, right? Here, I done snapped me a photo. Are there 2 photos? Happy now? You better be. And that's checkmate. Mind chess. Checkmate. Oh, you know what? Chess has not been relevant for the past... Not for case 3, really, right? I don't think there's anything chess related. No, not really. Can't believe I let that happen. Betrayed me by my own big mouth. Yep. If you just didn't talk, I would be left clueless. To be fair, a lot of hearts, the one that talks, so I don't mind it. But the last one was weird. Well, it happened. So it's time to tell us everything. I saw the whole thing. I watched that auction from start to finish. But you didn't just watch it, right? You took pictures, too. Yeah, about that. So, like I said, I was spying on the whole thing right from the get-go. And they was all shouting out bids, and somebody wins something and bang, down comes a hammer. Head on upstairs unpaid. Shouts the old ringleader, and then the whole thing starts over again. Anyhow, as soon as that happened, I had to think quick. And that's when I ran behind that there statue and hid. And who was it that eventually appeared? Didn't see nothing, but I heard something that made me pretty sure it was whoever placed the winning bid. The sweet, sweet sound of cold, hard cash. I'm not sure I have any idea what that sounds like. The sound of someone counting bills, perhaps. Anyhow, the deal was you settled your bills up here. I had 2 people yabbering for a little while. Wait, so 2 people came up the elevator? You betcha. My guess is the other one was our friend the ringleader. Anyway, yabba yabba yabba. And on it goes for a little while and then, a scream. Well, that shook me up pretty good, so I hunkered down in my hiding place and tried to stay out of sight. So you didn't see the moment of the murder? Nah, but I heard it real good. You didn't try and help whoever was being attacked. Quit trying to be funny, girl. I don't suit you none. I'm just a dainty little journalist, all on her lonesome. You think I'm fixing to jump in and save the day? Dainty. Anyhow, then there were a bunch of rustling sounds. I heard about when that was happening. I got a feeling pretty bad about what I'd done. And that makes sense, I guess. After all, I didn't remember to get out my camera and snap every single picture. Scoop like that drops right in my lap and I miss it. Somebody ought to tan my hide. Uh-huh. She didn't take a picture. Anyhow, after a little more time goes by, and this kind of clattering noise. Up there thinking, gotta get me the shot this time, so I grab one real quick from out in the shadows there. Could we see this photograph? Ah, do I have to? Here. Ah, well. Okay, that resolves our red-hooded person. The person in the red raincoat. The one who attacked Kay. So Kay's raincoat assailant also attacked the victim here in the storeroom. And then proceeded up to the roof, where they assaulted Kay. Ah. The mannequin... There's only one person in this picture. Where's the victim? Weird, huh? I wondered the same thing. Heard two people, but there was only one in the shot I got. And I didn't see nobody nowhere else in the room, neither. But there's the killer, alright. Leastways, I'm pretty sure it is. So, are we saying the victim disappeared? Happened in the storeroom. Okay. Possibly. How did you know it was the killer just by looking? Because they're literally red-handed with blood. How else would that get there, huh? And the auction just carried on after that. Sure did. They just went right along like nothing had happened. Rich folks is crazier than a box of frogs. I'll never understand how they think. Funny, I find journalists a struggle to understand as well. Uh-huh. Her observations, beautiful. Ah, okay. Damn. That's not everything? Wait. Ask me anything, I'm all. I don't think we missed anything else, so it's gotta be this. Yep. If the store room was the actual scene of the crime, then you'd expect the body to have been up here at some point as well. Huh. Well, yeah. But think back to what Miss Hart told us about how the customers left the auction. Do you remember? Of course. They came up from downstairs back through the storeroom, and oh! Exactly. The killer would have had to hide the body in order to avoid its discovery. The question is, where did they hide it? Uh-huh. Emma, if you wouldn't mind putting your skills to work for me now. I'd love to. You just say what you need, and I'll get right on it. Very well. Then, I'd like you to check for blood residue, and a luminol test, in other words. Hey, sure thing. Prepare to witness the power of science. I've never seen somebody's eyes actually sparkle with anticipation before. Alright, how about we test the ladder over there first? Based on Miss Hart's picture. Ah, they are covered in blood. I'd say the person in red raincoat was about to climb in and make their escape. Which means there's a high chance of a positive result. To test an area, just press space. That'll spray a little luminol on it. And if there happens to be a land on some blood, you'll see it racked like this. It still feels super raw to see it just appear like that. Anyway, that's a positive, but it's still faint. Spraying it a couple more times should be enough to make it really stand out. Okay. Emma's red glasses. Kay's green. Who's blue? I would say Maya, but I don't know. Yeah, that brought it out nicely and made it feel that much more real. Anyway, I think you've got the gist of how to look for blood traces now, right? Oh, I'm sure there's still some more to be found, so why don't you give it a try? Nope. Oh. There. Yep. And that's how it's done. Take a good look around and see if you can find some other places to test with luminol. Ah! You want to test there? Sorry, it's a negative. You want to test there? Sorry, it's a negative. Careful with that. You can't just go around spraying others with luminol. I wasn't about to. Offender! Ah! Aw. I wasn't about to. Aw. I was about to. What are you talking about? Huh? Can I have backspace? Alright, fine. That's where they hid the body. Mr. Edgeworth, blood. But how could it have gone there? Maybe somebody put something with blood on it in there. Uh-huh. There's still places we haven't tested yet. Let's see what else we can find. Nope. 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 I think that might have been it. Yeah. And maybe the elevator too, right? I can see the elevator be one of them. Elevator's definitely one of them. The buttons? No. Ah, there it is. On the ground, huh? We've got a positive. There's blood here. But how come? Probably because this is where the murder was actually committed, I'd say. Oh, looks like some of it dripped through the floor below, too. I would love to see what's down the floor, but not yet, I guess. I think that's all the blood there is to be found. Alright, then that concludes this phase of our investigation. Time for some logic, I'd say. Yep. Like, it's not even a puzzle, it's literally just connect the two. Blood in the closed box can only mean one thing. That this is where the body was hidden, I'm certain of it. I wonder who won the box in the auction. I gotta be right back. Sorry about this. There we go. I wonder who won the box in the auction. I haven't the foggiest. Still, it's a very helpful discovery. Now you just hold your horses there. There's no way the body could have been in there. Oh, what do you mean? I took a look at that there box when I first got in there. Looked to be just about the perfect size for a little hide-and-go-seek if the need arose. And maybe it would have been, if I could have opened it. But if it was wrapped in chains and locked up tight, and I ain't no escapologist, the murder happened just a little after I scoped it out, so can't nobody have put no body in there. Wrapped in chains and locked up tight, you say? That's odd. Because it doesn't look to be wrapped in chains any longer. Huh? Well, slap my head and call me silly. Could have sworn it was, though. I mean, it's open, you know. It had to get open somehow, unless you opened it, Lotto. I think we've examined all we can now. Great. Time to see what's waiting down below. Shaking a leg already, are we, Miles? Okie dokie. Hey, K-Meister. Yes, Mr. Fender. We're about ready to move out, so I want you to stick with me, okay? Can't have you getting lost. Of course. I'll be sure to stay close. When did those two start getting along so well? Damn. Investigation complete. And... committee. Yeah, okay. The committee, not so... somebody's up to something suspicious in the committee, huh? I don't think it's Gavel. But if Gavel's a surprise twist villain, I'd fucking love it, so I don't know. I think our our prosecutor hunter is probably it, though. At least for now. Um. Oh. Middle Francisca's current theory. What? Mr. Edgeworth, sir. We're not supposed to be here. And we have K too. This room. This is the auction room. No, this is the committee chamber. Way to drop right into my lap, K. Faraday. You've got real guts, I'll give you that. Arrest her, man. Arrest her right now. Wait, but she's... As for the rest of the riffraff, throw them out into the streets where they belong. You can't do this. This is going way overboard. Yeah, what she said. Oh, Miles. This isn't looking good, I gotta say. See how the blinding light of justice shines. Yeah! Yeah! Yowie! What did I do, sir? You'll have to forgive me. I meant to hide a certain coward. It is certainly cowardly ex-prosecutor. A cowardly ex-prosecutor is insane. You weren't aiming for him, you were aiming straight for me. Something keeps getting in my way. Something. Yeah! Right there. Francisca. So, what are you doing here, Mr. Ex-Prosecutor? God damn it. I still believe Kay to be innocent. And we're supposed to care what you believe. You no longer have the right to an opinion. She's not wholly unwrong. I am Francisca Von Karma, and I have no intention of stopping here or now. But you choose to stop by giving up your badge, and so our game has already come to an end. My badge was an obstacle to proceeding along the road I've chosen. I haven't stopped. I've simply cleared the way ahead. And now I'm free to follow that road, all the way to the truth. So don't you think for a second that my conviction has changed. I'm every bit as dedicated as I ever was. That's quite the statement. You seem to think you know what lies at the end of this road to the truth. In that case, I demand that you show me. I'll explain my current theory first. If your road fails to lead anywhere, my whip will happily guide it. The victim used her keycard and entered this chamber with her killer. Sadly, we've largely proven that there's another possibility. She was then stabbed with the candelabrum by the culprit, and subsequently died as a result. We know that the identity of the murderer, thanks to the letters she exchanged with the victim. And we know the location of the murder is here, in the committee's trial chamber. Debatable. Wait. That's why the blood was on the statue. The blood on the floor in this room proves my theory. Game, set, and match. Miles Edgeworthy, QED. She seems pretty confident, huh? Hey, she doesn't lack the courage of her convictions, that's for certain. And I gotta say, I can dig that vibe. I can even give her a no hard feeling. Not denied yet another hug. Pathetic. Well, Miles. That's all Fender gets? Pathetic. Do you think you can bring my case crashing down around my ears? If you really have found the road to the truth, perhaps you'd be so kind as to point me toward it. Oh, I'd be very happy to. Settle in, Francisca. I'm about to pave that road with incontrovertible evidence. Aha. The victim. I'm oppressor, though, as always.
Hold it!
Should be able to finish this, I think. And you're sure that the data from the security system is accurate? That data is just like me, perfect in every way. I just thought about it. Gavel was here for the... Gavel was here doesn't mean she was the auctioneer, though. Or, well, participate in the auction or whatever, right? Actually, it's likely not to be her because she used their keycard like an idiot. Because who would use their keycard to get in the building? And there's no room for doubt on either front. Oh well, your theory is far from perfect. I suppose I'm not going to change your mind on this so easily, am I? Correct. As I said, the victim entered the room with her killer.
Hold it!
I already see contradictions. And the stab wounds she sustained are a perfect match with the candelabrum in question. 3 wounds inflicted by metal spikes of some kind in 3 places simultaneously. Even you have to agree that there aren't many objects that could do that. Furthermore, Grandma Hertz confirmed the murder weapon in her report. Then, there's absolutely no doubt in your mind that it was the candelabrum. None whatsoever. And as for the criminal, I don't doubt that. Not yet, anyway.
Hold it!
Have you managed to prove conclusively that the letter found on the victim was sent by Kay? I wasn't aware that there was any doubt on that front. Are you suggesting it was a forgery? Well, if there was any doubt, then there isn't any longer. Document analysis turns up nothing. Nothing to suggest the involvement of anyone other than the sender and the recipient, or of any forgery. Are you saying that they found Kay's prints? No, only the victims. Well then, how can you say for sure that Kay did the deed? Haven't you been listening? Document analysis found nothing to suggest that the letter was a forgery. Face it, the letter was sent by Kay Faraday. A fact that more than adequately proves the identity of the murder.
Hold it!
There's our... You can prove that the murder happened here in the committee chamber, I suppose. Von Karma is perfect in every way. Or did you forget that when you handed in your badge? Well, you're not so perfect, unfortunately. Proves my theory. Has the blood been analyzed to see who it belongs to? It has, and unsurprisingly, it was confirmed to be that of the victim. And has it occurred to you that where it was found may not be where the murder in fact took place? How quickly you forget, Miles Edgeworth. Evidence is everything in the courtroom. So please, present your proof that the murder occurred elsewhere. Or kindly stand down and take my whip. This isn't a courtroom, but that doesn't mean I can't give her... She makes a pretty watertight argument, huh? Perhaps, but she doesn't know what we know. You're right. We've got a certain scientific discovery on our hands. And that discovery will show her to the road I've found to be found to the truth. It's where the murder occurred. With this.
Objection!
What? Huh? I'm so lost how that wasn't it. Is it this one then? The blood on the floor of this room?
Objection!
Fine, game fine. You can have that one. If I remember correctly. The blood discovered in this room was located at the foot of the goddess statue. Murder under the gaze of the divine, a brazen act, even for a cold-blooded killer. Except, that may not be true at all. Take a look at this, if you would. It's a blood stain we discovered in the storeroom directly above the committee chamber. As you can see, the blood we found looks to have dripped through the room to below. And the elevator it dripped down from descends directly to the foot of the statue. It sure does. Ah, you notice. Then you will agree that the murder cannot in fact have happened in this room. I put it to you that the victim was killed in the room above, and only afterwards was she moved down here. The goddess of justice did not witness a murder. She witnessed a killer trying to cover their tracks. Oh. Oh, why is she smiling? Sorry, I was just thinking back to a very similar situation. Well done, Miles Edgeworth. You've proven yourself to be even more foolish than I thought. Mr. Edgeworth is anything but a fool, sir, and you know it. Youch! Have you forgotten the picture you just showed me? Are you really that airheaded? Even a cursory glance shows that there was far more blood here in the committee chamber than upstairs. Ha! Whipped and ignored again. I wish I could get some love too! I mean, whipping is a form of love, right? You're trying to tell me that all that blood dripped down from above, Miles Edgeworth? If it had, your storeroom stain would need to be 10 times as big. I say the murder happened down here. There's no way it could have happened anywhere else. And insightful as ever, Francisco, but you played right into my hand. How so? You are correct. There's far less blood upstairs than one would expect. But it leaked down? The question is why? A trifling detail in the fact of my previous explanation. Alas, your explanation doesn't account for why there was blood in the storeroom in the first place. Surely you don't think some splatter managed to shoot itself all the way up there, do you? Whoa, like some crazy fountain of blood. No way! No way indeed. It's completely impossible. So, how about this? What if this explains the difference in the amount of blood observed? The weapon was well, maybe. The weapon was moved here. The victim died of 3 stab wounds that would have bled profusely. Exactly. It's proven by the amount of blood we found on the floor of this floor. But that doesn't make any sense! Not if she was stabbed at the storeroom! You said there wasn't much blood. Ah! Oh, silence. You half-baked, hair-brained rookie. Hey, hair-brained is a little... Ah! A stab wound would bleed heavily at one particular point in time. Oh, I know. When the weapon is removed, right? Precisely. I believe the body was brought down to the committee chamber with the candelabrum still in its chest. And then, when it was finally removed, it created the difference in the amount of blood we see between the two locations. But why? What was the killer trying to do? I imagine that they were trying to give the impression that the murder happened down here. As we know, Miss Ringer's keycard was used late last night. And judging by the time listed in the record, I'd hazard a guess that it was used by the killer. When they entered the room to create their elaborate setup. I can see that. But why would they have needed to do all this in the first place? Perhaps because the person with the face to hide would fear the storeroom being found in the investigation. If they were involved with the underground auction, they couldn't afford to have their dirty secret exposed. Was it placed there to hide the existence of the storeroom? Alright. Underground auction. You should take a look at the storeroom for yourself. The items up there tell quite the story. One that should more than explain what was going on here last night. It's almost endearing, Miles Edgeworth. Desperately you want to protect your friends. Oh, there's something just beneath the surface of this case. Something bigger than all of us. And Kay's only crime was to have the bad fortune to fall right into the middle of it. That's quite the hyperbolic claim, Miles Edgeworth. Hyperbolic me. Surely you're the one making a mountain out of a perfectly reasonable molehill. You're working with Interpol on international cases. So why are you investigating a domestic murder? I'll tell you why. Because this case has something to do with the smuggling ring you've been chasing. You've followed the trail of items being smuggled by the ring and wound up here. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me that the something I sense isn't related to any of this. I'm very happy that you learn that you giving up your badge didn't completely relieve you of your senses. Scruffy here told me about the circumstances that led up to that, by the way. Did you now?
Sorry, sir. I just thought it might help, you know?
Oh, you did the right thing, detective. So, am I right, Francisca? Is this incident part of a broader case you're working on? Was the underground auction already on Interpol's radar? Wouldn't you like to know? But you don't need to, and so you won't. And then you knew, didn't you? That the auction was being held in this chamber. Hey, y'all mind if I butt in for a sec? Your victim over there, the lady in white. You. Hey, let a gal finish, will ya? No good butting in pain in the you-know-what. Yow! Well, this leopard sure ain't changing her spots. I do remember Lana getting whipped quite a bit. Your testimony is not required, and neither is your presence. What do you mean? I'm a journalist. You can't— Ow! You're a liar. Yo, you're a liar is what you are. A liar. You lied under oath that one time. Seems like Miss Von Karma's none too fond of Miss Hart, huh? I don't think she's her biggest fan, no. What she called Ringer, right? She was a member of this here committee. Well, she's dressed exactly like the ringleader of that secret auction. Ah, stop it! Stop whipping me, dang it! What is the meaning of this interruption? Miles Edgeworth, explain. Miss Hart here helped us out by describing how the auctioneer was dressed. And it seems that they were wearing the exact same outfit as the victim, Miss Rosie Ringer. But that would mean that the victim was also the ringleader.
Now, how about we just calm down? Sir! Ah!
Seems that I have some new information to consider. Now she wants to consider. It's true that I came here to investigate the underground auction. And to arrest its head of operations, the auctioneer. But if Miss Hart is to be believed, the ringleader is dead. Well, I guess that means your journey here today was wasted. Ha! That's a cocky-ass smile. I suppose it does. Nonetheless, I, Francisca von Karma, I refuse to leave empty-handed. And there's a murder to solve. Time for a rematch, Miles Edgeworth. Oh, fine by me. Well, you may find that your whip will go sorely underused this round. Well, that's debatable also, because I'm gonna press her. Her latest theory. Fine, I accept your little explanation. That would make the storeroom the actual scene of the crime, yes. In which case, the murderer is someone connected to the auction. And if the photographer is to be believed, the victim was the auctioneer, and the culprit was an attendee. The killer lay in wait for the victim in the storeroom, where the exchange of illicit goods was to take place. They then stabbed the victim in the chest with a piece of merchandise, the candelabrum. There. Does that about sum it up? Because I won't be accepting rebuttals. I'm afraid you might have to. There's a serious hole in your testimony. There is. I didn't spot any. Good thing you're the one in charge here, Mr. Edgeworth. All right then, time to fight back. You have to win this for us. And I will. Time to take Francisca's testimony to task. Right after I press it. I didn't see anything glaringly wrong with this, but we'll see.
Hold it!
You conceded the point rather easily. I can't help but be suspicious. I'm not in the habit of denying facts that are readily supported by the evidence. True. And that's all there is to it. You were able to show that the murder actually took place in the storeroom. Hey, that's a little different than she usually is, right? In which case, the murder is somehow connected to the auction.
Hold it!
And how exactly did you come to that conclusion? Members of the big billing staff were questioned extensively, but none mentioned a secret storeroom. It seems its existence was known only to a handful of people. And of course, that storeroom was where the items that were to be sold in the auction were being kept. Very good. Which suggests a link between knowledge of the storeroom and involvement in the auction. Yeah. And if the photographer is to be believed, the victim was the auctioneer. That's debatable. So you believe that the victim and the ringleader were one and the same? I do. And the murderer was... Hey, why are you asking her this? You just said the exact same thing yourself, dummy. So I did. But I was merely confirming Francisca's reasoning in order to... Oh, don't give me that horse feed. You get caught saying something stupid, you give a little laugh, and move on with your day. The murderer was the one of the auction attendees. Oh, what? You don't got no notes for our friend here after that little performance of his? Of course. I'm assuming that our friend, the photographer's words, can be trusted. I can't quite tell if they love or hate one another. I think it's hate. Anyway, the more relevant point here is how the culprit actually carried out their plan. Lay in wait in the storeroom. I don't think that's probably the contradiction.
Hold it!
How exactly did they manage that, may I ask? Miss Hart was in the storeroom too, remember?
Attention!
Yep. Yes, hiding someplace.
if you've seen the storeroom yourself, you'll know that there are plenty of other hiding places to hide, too.
She hasn't seen it. How's she know that?
So you're saying the killer was hiding out of sight while they awaited the victim's arrival? I believe we can reasonably assume that the murder took place after the auction had concluded. After all, the victim was the auctioneer herself.
Ah, that's true.
She would surely have needed to be present throughout the proceedings. She thinks it happens afterward. Do you mind adding that to your statement? To your testimony, Francisca. Reasonably assume that the murder took place.
I think we have evidence against this, so.
After the auction had ended, you say? And you're sure of that? The victim was the auctioneer. I don't see how else it could have happened, do you?
I mean, she's right. You can't have an auction without an auctioneer.
No, you can't, can you? Why does that suddenly feel significant? And they stabbed the victim in the chest with the candelabrum. How do you know that the candelabrum was one of the auction lots? Because if the murder weapon had been deliberately prepared beforehand, it seems highly unlikely that the killer would have chosen such an unusual object. Furthermore, based on the culprit's movements, the candelabrum could have only come from the storeroom. We did find evidence that showed where it was standing, I guess. Exactly. Therefore, it could only have been something that was up for sale. Not that the issue of where the killer obtained the weapon is really the point here. Yeah, it's a reasonably coherent explanation of events on the surface, but something's off. I need to see if I can tease a little more out of her.
Took place after the auction had concluded. Not that.
This?
Auction held in a big building. Please out 11 attendees, all wearing masks. Auction continued even after the murder occurred.
Objection!
Oh. It seems you're one step behind yet again, Francisca.
I mean, she didn't know, so...
How so?
The auctioneer was not in fact the victim, and I can prove it. This is a statement Miss Hart gave us.
Well, she made it. It's not worth the air she used to say it.
I done told you, I'm a journalist, dang nabbit. My word is youch.
Did I ask you to open your mouth? Plus, once a liar, always a liar.
Objection!
Calm down and listen for a second, Francisca. Miss Hart witnessed at least some of the events surrounding the murder.
Well, I guess witnessed, yeah. This is fair.
And she confirmed that the auction continued even after the murder had occurred.
You bet it did. Went right on like nothing happened at all.
How would that have been possible without an auctioneer? It wouldn't. So you see, the victim couldn't have been the auctioneer. She was one of the attendees.
No!
Damn. As I've been saying since the start, there's no way Kay can be the murderer. Because she had been pushed down the hatch by her assailant and knocked unconscious by that time.
That's a possibility.
So then, who was the victim really? Alright, well, if the auction carried on after the murder, the victim must not have been the auctioneer, but an attendee. That's enough. I know that sound all too well. Same here. Order in the courtroom. All rise for the chairman. Oh, there's no need for that pomp and circumstance severity.
I will say he's highly suspicious. He's also, he's wearing a lot of red, but I don't know.
Please, everyone, feel free to call me Celsius. Yes, that'll do nicely. All right, well, Celsius, what are you doing here? Huh? Oh, I just stopped by to see my boneheaded boy was getting along. They say there are all sorts of families. I'm not sure these two are what they meant. I think they get along way too well. I thought I might need to light a fire under this investigation, but it seems not. Huh. Water and fire from him. The suspect, everyone's searching high and low. Boys, is right back where we started. Men, detain the suspect immediately. Wait, Miss Faraday is innocent. Shut your meddling mouth! He has tears too. Huh. You're becoming something of a problem, Miles. My boy, I thought I told you. The committee wants this matter cleared up as soon as possible. I definitely see him burning off his beard too, by the way. It's a matter of trust. We can't have our organization be seen to drag its feet. It's bad for us, and it's bad for me, too, personally. Sorry, it must be my age. Our unlawful investigation ends here, and it will not be permitted to resume. In case you have forgotten, you are no longer a prosecutor. You have no authority here. And what's more, there's the matter of you aiding and abetting a suspect. She's right, of course, as always. You really are a godsend, Verity. Everything I do knowingly. If you wish to prosecute me for it, be my guest. But know this. We have uncovered a new suspect, this person here. Now, Miss Faraday was attacked by this person. You can stop it right there, Mr. Edgeworthy. The raincoat in your picture was discovered nearby a short while ago. Oh. The victim's blood was found on the hood along with some cherry blossom petals. Oh, cherry blossom petals, like the ones on the roof. Yes. They were stuck on the edges of the bloodstains, probably to the blood being fresh at the time. The results came back already, my boy, so there's no mistaking it. The person in your picture is the victim, Miss Rosie Ringa. What? Wait. The victim's blood found on the hood along with some cherry petal. Okay. No. How do you know the in your picture is the victim? How do you know that? They had blood on their hand. What? What? Worn by the victim, whose fingerprints and blood were found on the hood. Okay. No, this completely undermines our entire case. All our assumptions were based on the person in the red raincoat being the killer. But if they were the victim instead, then Kay remains at the top of the suspect list. Miss Faraday, you testified to having encountered a person in a red raincoat up on the roof, correct? Yes, I did. We now know that that person was the murder victim. I think there might be a little bit of contradiction there, but we'll go with it for now. And you are the only person we know of who came into contact with her. Since one of you wound up dead, I think we all know how that encounter went.
Objection!
That's debatable. No, Kay was attacked by that person. She is the victim here, not the aggressor.
Overruled.
As far as I recall, we have yet to see any evidence that proves that she was attacked as you claim. And even if such proof exists, Miss Ringer could simply have been acting in self-defense. Well, you can't just jump to conclusions like that. Kay is innocent. You can't jump to that conclusion either. But I'm not. And, well, she certainly isn't Kay. I'm not innocent. I don't want to believe it, but I remembered something. Hearing about the raincoat brought it back. It's just a flash, but I remember what I saw now. Right when it happened. The murderer. It was me. I remember looking down and that person in the red raincoat was on the ground. Uh-huh. It was me, Mr. Edgeworth. It was me all along. I don't see anything particularly strange, unless you drop down from the tree, but I'm the murderer. I'm the murderer. No, you're not. You can't be. Then what am I? Why do I have a memory like that? They were on the floor in front of me. There was a pool of blood. Why was I just standing there? Why didn't I do something? I know why. It's because I was the killer. Aw, poor Kay. Why you gotta do this? This court recognizes legitimacy of the accused's memories. I can't fully deny that, but also, debatable. What? You said you didn't believe her like 5 minutes ago.
Overruled.
Uh-huh. I commend you on your bravery, Miss Faraday. It will not go unrewarded. Praise be to the goddess of justice for her many blessings.
Objection!
As an official representative of Interpol, I hereby request that the suspect
Overruled.
We don't have time for this. We must arrest Kay Faraday this instant. How dare you take that tone with me? This is a gross overreach of authority. I demand that you give us more time to investigate. You say my investigation is unlawful? What could be more unlawful than this? Unfortunately, you no longer speak for the law. Indeed you don't, but I do. And while I can't help but be moved by your dedication to your friend, I have to agree with Verity. Speaking of the law, seems there is one other we must arrest. Ah, yes, I almost forgot. Miles. What are you talking about? Mr. Edgeworth was just doing his job. He didn't do anything wrong. He wasn't doing squat. By which I mean to say, unfortunately, Miles is no longer serving in any kind of official capacity. You went too far this time, Mr. Edgeworth. You conducted an unlawful investigation. Worse, you aided and abetted the fight of a suspect. You are no longer even an ex-prosecutor. You are a criminal, nothing more. Oh, that reminds me. There was supposed to be a hearing today, wasn't there? Concerning your conduct. I'll make sure it's officially rescheduled for tomorrow. Although I fear I already know the outcome. Look at this as an opportunity to reflect on your actions, Miles. A chance to really think long and hard. This court is adjourned. Yep. There we go. To be continued. Well, I was half expecting a offender to save my ass, but apparently not. Ladder. Judge Gavel's. Okay. I'm in the detainment center too. Fuck. I've genuinely been arrested. All right. Okay. I didn't think I'd get arrested. I did foresee the having to give up the badge because like that's where the theme of this was going, but getting arrested? Damn. So far there's just been a lot of information for this one. I wouldn't say we have anything solid yet. All I would say is like we don't have anything conclusive, right? And there's a bunch of characters I play, and even unknown characters in play. And Kay's, I will admit, Kay's amnesia and what she was up to is kind of vital to this, and we just genuinely don't know anything about it, except that she was apparently standing over the corpse, or not the corpse, the victim. Not even that, the red raincoat person. Okay. Huh. I would say her possessions are come into question because she had at least the jamming ninja mask, well, and a stub. But honestly, I would say our list of suspects is anybody that was involved with the auction. But yeah, hmm. There's much more to be investigated, though. I feel like I don't have a clue. I have suspicions about what it could be, and well, having an illicit auction take place and a prosecutor's court committee kind of implies some things, but we don't know yet. I'll have to get back to that. Anyways, that is going to be it for me. I hope you enjoyed. I'm Azrren. You have a good one. And, well, I'll be back tomorrow for, I want to say, finishing this case. I'm definitely not finishing this case for the next part of this case. And surely we'll finish. Surely. Wink, wink. Anyways, have a good one, guys. See you around.